Emma was the kind of girl no one noticed, at least not at first. She sat in the back of every class, wore oversized hoodies, and kept her head down so low that even the teachers sometimes forgot to call her name during attendance. Her notebooks were filled with stunning drawings, sketches so detailed and emotional that they looked like they belonged in a gallery. But no one ever saw them. Emma was invisible. And that's exactly how she liked it, until the day the wrong people noticed her. It started small, as it always does. A few whispers behind her back. A crumpled piece of paper thrown at her head in biology. Laughter when she walked by. Emma was used to it. It had happened at her old school too. She'd moved after her father passed away in the military, and her mother couldn't afford therapy. So she coped in silence, letting her pencil do all the talking. What Emma didn't know was that her silence was being mistaken for weakness, and weakness is a target. The ringleader was Vanessa, the queen bee of the 10th grade. Blonde, loud, and cruel, she had a knack for sniffing out the most vulnerable person in any room. Her crew, Lexi, Dree, and Maddie, followed her like shadows, laughing at anything Vanessa said, no matter how cruel. One Friday after school, while waiting for her ride in the art room, Emma made the mistake of being alone. That's when they cornered her. "What's in the sketchbook, freak?" Vanessa asked, snatching it before Emma could react. "What's this? Some kind of sad girl comic? Is this supposed to be you?" Her voice dripped with mockery. Emma lunged forward, panic in her chest. "Give it back," she whispered. "Please." But they just laughed. They pinned her arms, pushed her into a chair, and before she could scream, duct tape sealed her lips. Lexi grabbed masking tape from the art supplies. They wrapped her to the chair, binding her wrists, ankles, and torso. She tried to scream, tried to wriggle, but they only laughed harder. "Let's give her a makeover," Dree said, pulling out permanent markers from Emma's own pencil case. They drew all over her face, fake glasses, devil horns, insults across her cheeks. On her arms, they scribbled loser, mute girl, and worse. Her eyes stung with tears, but they never stopped. And when they finally left, laughing and filming, Emma was still tied to that chair, humiliated, broken. It was the janitor who found her nearly an hour later. He removed the tape gently, handed her tissues, and didn't say a word. But Emma saw the pity in his eyes. That night, she stared at her reflection for hours. The ink wouldn't wash off completely, and neither would the shame. But underneath that shame was a burning heat, something she hadn't felt in a long time. Anger. Emma didn't return to school on Monday. Or Tuesday. The principal called, her mom called, but Emma said nothing. She stayed in her room, drawing. Page after page after page. But she wasn't drawing sadness this time, she was drawing revenge. Not physical, but poetic. Meaningful. On Friday morning, she returned. She walked into the art room early, the same hoodie covering her head. She sat down quietly and waited. One by one, the girls walked in, and froze. Taped to the walls were massive, full-color sketches. Of them. Emma had spent all week turning their cruelty into art. One image showed Vanessa holding a crown made of thorns, her eyes hollow and cruel. Another showed Lexi with a snake for a tongue, whispering lies. Dree was depicted laughing while holding a puppet of Emma in chains. Each drawing was more powerful than the last, exposing them for who they really were. The entire school would walk through this room today for open house. Vanessa rushed forward and tore one of the drawings off the wall. "Who told you you could do this? You can't just..." Emma looked up. Calm. Confident. "I drew it," she said, her voice steady for the first time. "I didn't lay a hand on you. But now everyone sees you like I do." The teacher entered the room moments later, stunned by the art. Students began pouring in for the open house tour. Phones came out. Pictures were snapped. No one laughed at Emma this time. And when Vanessa tried to yell, tried to lie, no one believed her. She had posted the video of the marker incident on her private story, and someone had leaked it. By Monday, Vanessa and her crew were suspended. Emma's story spread across the school like wildfire. Not only for what she endured, but for how she rose from it. Without fists. Without yelling. Just a pencil, paper, and truth. Later that week, Emma was approached by a younger girl who whispered, "Thank you." I was scared too. And in that moment, Emma realized she wasn't invisible anymore. But this time, it wasn't out of pity. It was respect. In the end, the marks they left on her skin faded. But the ones she left on their reputations would last forever. And for the first time in her life, Emma smiled without hiding it.